because we done came to the end of our growing season pretty much. You see how much brown grass, a lot of stuff has turned yellow and starting to turn colors going for the fall. The heat really got to all of the plants. But my strong grandson over there helping me get the lavender together. My brother My brother finally cleared out the weeds. I want him to go, the grandbaby, to go ahead and clear out the dirt down so we could get the lavenders in the ground before we lose any more of them to this heat, which we lost a lot. Good evening. I see one person. Y'all know I can't have a video without that train. I just got back from the grocery store. Bought me some chicken tenders they were gonna sell. And I bought some hair things for my new do to help hold it, keep it up out my face. Anyway, we are going to proceed with this tour now. Okay. I don't really think I'm gonna get any more zucchini. My mango plants, they managed to make it through this whole summer. Go ahead and switch the camera. They made it. I learned something that they can't grow in this climate. I would probably be taking them indoors because I know that they are tropical plants and cannot take our harsh cold winters. My pool of the watermelons, as you can see, they got killed by a lawnmower and a weed whacker. First, my neighbor had a worker come by to help me, and I appreciated the help, but I should have came out here and supervised because he killed the one and only watermelon we had growing on this land. It's gone. So that's kind of over with. And I'm probably just going to end up throw that in the compost pile. But yeah, now that the weather is cooling off, you can stand to be out here. Look at this. Weeds gonna take up space no matter where you find it. Put that on the sidewalk. That's enough dirt right there in that bag. So yeah, go get the wheelbarrow in the back. So over here is my oregano. Child is growing wild. The bees are not as active because, as you can see, yellow is a sign of ending the life, the end of life. They've been growing abundantly, I mean savagely. They're actually taking over this little garden space of mine. And I got to do a big chop out here. I'm going to get some of this oregano and transport a powdery mildew. Yeah. My only purpose out here right now is to investigate. And guess what? Guess what?
That's the itty bitty one I was talking about.
Look at that. Look at that big mama right there. We finna get her. Okay. I need my grandson's assistance. But see, you see all these leaves? With the, yeah, that mold. We need to get rid of those. Cut them. All of them. Oh boy, look at that. I got some cayenne peppers there. Let me grab one of those. That can go in the salsa today. I seen one fall. Give me 2 little peppers. I don't know how many more this zucchini plant gonna net, but because it's suffering from neck, I ain't been out here tending to it like I should be. Busy trying to study for my solar. Had my grandbaby. My hands are full with her. I haven't been out here like I should. And the heat is getting to us. That's why it's so much powdery mildew, because nature, that's the response to high temperatures, high heat temperatures that drop down low cold, because this is a cold part of the country, the United States, northern part. So it's supposed to be cooler. That cool temperature sets up the mold. So we got to get all these, especially these white and yellow ones, out of here. In the compost pile. Now that's all my mint. Once again, the mint need a big chop, and I gotta hurry up because I don't want that powdery mildew to spread to that. Huh? You see another one?
No. When I was pulling this came off.
Is that the root?
No.
As long as it ain't the root. Yeah, we trying to get Big Mama right there. Be careful, because you can pull the whole plant out.
Yeah, that's right.
For it to be such a big plant, it's not a very strong plant. And it's top heavy. The fruit is so big. Look, I want you to help me get this zucchini. We need a knife. Okay, so that's all my spearmint. And it's some apple mint. Tons of it mixed in the middle. They haven't quite gone to seed yet, but they will be soon. Here is my compost pile. And a whole bunch of black gold down there. Back here, Andrea, my friend, yo, peppermint is growing abundantly. She gonna get a big chop and be dried and sent to you. Let me switch over. Look at here. We done neglected this yard so long. The weeds is encroaching over my chocolate mint. The chocolate mint is finally proliferating. Oh man, this heat and these weeds giving my echinacea a hard time. I wish I had to just put them in the ground now. I don't like the cloth bags, but we got to get that peppermint. Now is the time to start with fall plants. Oh, I got one little baby eggplant. I neglected this whole section back here. I got one little baby eggplant right there. Um, I wish I had just put her in the ground instead of using the cloth bag. She probably would have got a lot bigger. And then I told y'all my last tour, animals ravaged my very abundant harvest of grapes this year. So I didn't get to eat not one of my grapes. And I had a whole bunch of them. And you see with the yellowing leaves, this the end of the season. So there won't be no more grapes growing this year. Huh?
Where's your knife?
Let's see. My guess would be, really good guess would be the kitchen. I think where I would start. No, you didn't look everywhere. Because I keep my knives all over the sink. All of them is right above the sink. Whew. So that concludes today's tour. We gonna come out here in the morning, in the daytime. And, hey, Christy Lewis. We're gonna come out here in the daytime and harvest the mint. It's time. I'm gonna harvest all this peppermint. I want to collect the seeds there from that peppermint. I want to grab up a few stems and get some plants growing indoors. And I'm still waiting for the orange mint to go to seed. I didn't really use that orange mint much in food. Our favorite is all this spearmint, which we are about to get for the purpose of eating them. Because they done came back again with a dance, even after I did a big chop. And they will grow well into November. The cold don't bother them. What I want to put down now, though, I want to put some spinach in there and onions and garlic in those containers. But it's pretty much the end of the season for this garden right here. So my grandbaby about to help me get. Now don't break the stems getting to it. You see it? Move it back so I can put it on the camera. Okay. Hey, there she is. Oh, she's beautiful. I don't know how many more I'm going to get this season, because this is the end of our growing season. So, that concludes. Well, no, not quite. I forgot. It's over with for the strawberries. Here we go. It's over with for the strawberries. One of them is done. This one ain't done. It's two more. And that one ain't done. This one is done, though, I do believe. Ain't gonna get no more out of that. And this one definitely looked done. The heat got to it. The heat got to most of the plants this year. So we didn't have an abundant harvest. But there go my lavenders. Those are going to get planted tomorrow in the ground. So we want to be able to have a plant that I don't have to replant every year. They keep coming back. So that concludes the outdoor garden tour. For real this time. What's up? I need you to mix the dirt that's in that cloth bag with the dirt that's in that cart. Put all of it over there where the other lavender is at. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm finna go back in here in the house and finish grubbing on my chicken tenders. Now, my plans is to start growing more stuff indoors. I got a growing tent. I'm gonna have my grandbaby help me put that together tomorrow, and we're gonna start making plans to grow stuff indoors. Like I said, the growing season is pretty much over here around these parts. Man, I have my hands free. You need to get back on it. Well, I know the heat. The heat frustrated my growing efforts so bad this year. I was very discouraged. So there's a part of me that's kind of glad. You lost all your mint? Oh my goodness. It's kind of hard to lose mint. It must have been really hot.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
So how much do you want in there each?
Half of each.
Half of each. Okay.
Yeah. Whew. So my grandson is helping me mix the dirt right now. Oh, you have it in the pot. Oh yeah. The pot ones are susceptible to that heat. The ones that be in the ground, they roots just keep on burrowing deeper and deeper till they get to the water. I was growing it in the pot when I first started growing it, but I love spearmint so much that I took each one that I grew outdoors, and that's how you see that big old section full of mint. That started out as 6 plants. 6 plants that I was growing indoors. And now I'm going to start all over again. I'm always growing my basil, my onion, and mint in the windowsill. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to go to seed. I'm going to go out there and clip a little piece, at least one little piece, to see if I can get a plant started from the actual plant. But I am waiting for it to go to seed because it's so much harder to start mint from seed. I had a hard time starting mint from seed. I gotta find my other tripod so I can sit this down. That's why I like the PC when I do lives, because the PC don't need no tripod. A phone does. A phone does. So yeah, I was just doing that tour. Do my little mini haul from the grocery store and CVS. It's a very short one because they really didn't have what I was looking for. Whew. Hands are free. They didn't have what I was looking for. We live in a town that's predominantly the other complexion. So they didn't have no gray for black people here. I want to dye my edges gray. So they'll all be gray and blend in. And then, ooh, got a little straight hair there. And then, when I sleep at night, I needed a bonnet. Yes, that same bonnet that Monique came out fussing about. Now she gonna fuss about me. Because I'm finna join the crowd so I can maintain my little do here. It must be maintained. Whew, I need a towel because I'm sweating profusely. No, I ain't gonna wear it to the store. No, I ain't gonna wear it to the store, but shoot. I'm grown. If I want to, I can. I should nobody be able to dictate to me whether I can or not. I know that. But I'm a little bit too vain for the whole bonnet thing. I'd rather wear my hair. So yeah, let me show you the little bonnets that my brother do. Did he leave my stuff or did he? Where did he sit my stuff? Let's see. That's some of it. It's another bag. There you go. Yeah. Got a new round of spicy queso Tostitos for my mango salsa. I finally got all that mango chopped up and all that mint. Mint pick was a lot. Okay, I bought 2 more bandanas for my head. And also, just in so case it happened, I forget my mask. Might have to do double duty. I got a new round of onions that I shall be placing in water so they can stay fresh and keep growing as a plant does. See, you can cut all of this onion right here, and next week you'll have this much more. I taught my granddaughter how to do it. Her mother had a bundle of these green onions in her refrigerator. So the ones that she used, I told her to put it in a glass of water. And guess what? They grew during the time I was there. Just for them, 3 days, 4 days I was there. She got the chance to see the onions actually grow. So this is how you can double your money. use onions a lot in my food and my cooking. Now where's the rest of my head things? I hope he didn't accidentally walk away with them. And they in my son's car. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here they go. So I got me some headbands to hold my hair. Try to maintain this do long as I can without having to redo it. You need to get some, yeah, that's one of the easiest things to start growing with. My sister, who was watching one of my live videos, she was like, you know, I ain't gonna do that. I don't like dirt. I said, you mean to tell me you can't put no onions in a jar? Ain't gotta touch no dirt at all. Those onions will grow. You did it? Did you put the dirt in the space where the
That's
lavender
what I
is?
was going to ask.
Okay,
Like,
I'm gonna go out there. Huh?
Around them?
No, I'm gonna come out there and supervise. So you can take a break while I'm doing this video. Then I come out there and show you. So I got me a little, y'all know how I love leopard print. Out the hair clip. So I can clip it back up off our face when I'm sweating like now. And I got a headband so I can put it back like that. Hey. And various colors of the headbands like I got on. And in fact, I want to put the white one on. So it can make these words pop. Ooh. So it can make these words pop. True business or no business. I wanted this so I could have the white. You want a headband wig? Now, that's not a bad idea. Now that I think I could deal with. Cause that way your edges, you still have your edges free. Like me when I'm sweating like this. But yeah, I bought the headbands. So I can hold my hair back. And I didn't have white. So I needed to add that to the wardrobe. Hey. There we go. That's the work you don't see. A few people make them on YouTube. The headbands. Yeah, it is easy. That's an easy sew job. I should be ashamed. The fact that I have a sewing machine and do actually know how to sew very well. I made all my clothes when I was in high school. Now I did cut up some leggings I had some leopard print leggings. I cut them up and made a headband out of that. But I should be ashamed, me knowing how to sew. I should have this in all kinds of colors. So matching everything I wear. Because I do know how to sew. So yeah, that's my very short, small haul. And y'all saw me haul my beautiful zucchini, baby. So yeah, the rest of my video, like I actually want to come up out of this video and come back on. But what I want to do is I got a whole bunch of bananas. I want to I want to puree and repurpose the pills to make fertilizer for the plants. Compost, banana compost for the plants. Yes, there's a hairbag wig. Instructional videos using wig caps. Oh, okay. And I might have to look into that. You know why? Because I got this funny color hair that, not all black folks have. I'm not quite a brunette. I'm not quite a redhead or a blonde. I call my color hair dookie color hair. So it's very hard to find dookie and gray anything. I kind of think that's a new market I might be tapping into and don't realize it. Because I've been having a hard time finding, options. And I like that idea of a headband wig because, yeah, I'll be able to still have my edges. Because that really be the hottest part around there. If I had a headband wig, yeah, I would like that. Give me some versatile styles. But I like this hair. I don't know where my daughter got it from. She gave me a little bit to go with me so I could replace some pieces if they come out. But so far, so good. Oh, yeah, I didn't even get to the bonnet. I didn't see the bonnet. Where my bonnet at? There it is. Here go my bonnet. Now, here go the reason for Monique to be mad at me. But I ain't got to wear it out. But if I was traveling, honey, I'm in the airport and I know I'm going to be on a 20-hour flight. I'm laid over in the airport. So I'm going to put my bonnet on. Hey, Samir. I see I didn't put my disclaimers up because my family was here. Yeah, so yeah, I got me a bonnet. I didn't join the bonnet club, but I'm going to get the one I seen on Amazon because y'all know how I love my leopard print. I found one that had multicolors and one of the colors was leopard. But I got this one. Black go with everything. Somebody say, no it don't. Black don't go with everything. Hey, Catherine Friend, you was my motivation. I seen how you be rocking your gray curls, and they look so cute. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to catch up to you, Catherine. You got all that flavor over there in New York. So, this my bonnet time. Okay. All right. Now I can protect my hairdo while I sleep. Okay. Yes, hunting. I don't know why Monique had anything to say though. If somebody want to rock their bonnet in the airport, rock on, honey. You working out? You about to cook? Oh, okay. Well, I'm finna do something very boring and mundane in my life. When I sleep, those bonnets be off my head. They come off my head too, so we gonna see. I hope I ain't waste my money. We gonna see today. But I sleep so wild, I don't care what I put on my head, it end up off my head. But we gonna see today. If it don't work out, it just don't work out. If it don't work out, it just don't work out. I'm like you, Captain. Everything I put on my head, everything I put on my head at night be off in the morning, y'all. I sleep well. I always been like that since a little kid. So, um, so if the bonnet don't work, that's why I got the bandanas. I had my black one on yesterday, and it stayed on. It stayed on because it's big enough. This is a real big one. So if the bonnet don't work, then we gonna rock with the bandanas. If the bandanas don't work, well, we might have to custom make us some type of headband. Something that I gotta put down around my neck so it won't come off. So what's up? What's happening in these YouTube streets? I wanted to do a Thinking Thursday for us YouTubers. Because I wanted to pick your brains and get your opinion. But I can throw it out right now. I ain't got to wait till Thursday. Y'all know we got this Kwame Brown that's a rising star. Whoops. On these YouTube streets. And he was roasting this truck driver. Now, me being me, I wanted to see who he was dragging. I mean, because it was funny, but then again, I'm a type of person that like to keep an open mind. I don't just become biased because one other person opinion or other person experience with another person. So I base my experience on my own. I'm not just a follower. And I went over there to the trucker. He the ghetto trucker, so this a network friendly channel. Y'all can go check out the network trucker. To me, he a nice looking guy. But Kwame was dragging him because I guess the ghetto trucker been having his 2 cents to say and been accusing Kwame of scamming. Apparently he don't like Kwame, but I like Kwame. I ain't got no problem with Kwame. Ain't nobody perfect. Where the perfect people at? Where they at? Where they at? If you wait for perfection, we'll never get nothing done. So one thing I like about Kwame that I don't see other content creators do, he really dedicated a lot of time to shouting out the people who follow him. You can barely get that from the ones who use super chat and other people's chats. And he brought it home, reminding all of us, especially us YouTubers that go way back, what YouTube used to be about. It used to be networking. There used to be an avenue which you could get your product out without an excessive exorbitant cost for marketing and advertising. But they done went crazy. YouTube is not what it used to be. I've lost all respect for the brand. Yeah, that's the basketball player. My type. Kwame, my type. Them types make my toes curl, honey. But what I like about him is that, yeah, he may be roasting and clapping back at, people who was coming for him. He got a right to do that. But the fact that he shares his platform with the smaller YouTubers, that's commendable to me. I respect him for that. And so one of the Thinking Thursdays I wanted to dedicate back to the story. He was dragging the ghetto truck driver, and I went to see who he was. And then there were a couple of people who made comments on the ghetto truck driver's page, and I clicked on something, and whatever, that link led me to Lip Stank Alley Cat. Um, those of you who've been following me for a while, y'all know I had my run in with the lip stank alley cats. I call them that because they came for me and I did nothing to them. Absolutely nothing. What was my crime? I showed up in VS's chat. Yeah, for real. I showed up in VS's chat, so they dragged me over to Lipstick Alley, dogged me out, dogged my picture out, tried to dog it out. Then, me trying to distance myself and clear my name from the whole VS thing, then VS came for me. She came for me, and her sidekick, Cynthia R., stayed up all night in a manic episode trying to destroy my channel, my Fat for Life TV, which has 3,000 followers. Been had the 3,000 followers, which forced me to start all over on Maylove on this channel. That explains why I'm even doing videos on this channel, because of that hot mess. It was crazy. So, the Lipstick Alley Cats, Lipstick Alley, is, I stumbled upon that and got triggered again, and brought back all the memories, but went over there being nosy because they was talking about Kwame Brown. I wanted to see what they had to say. Now, I looked at that and I was like, dang, they ain't playing around. Boy, they be on it. They digging up his past. I was looking for his P.O. box so I could mail him something, send him something, hopefully that he could promote for my brand, my family brand, the True Business or No Business. That's my son trying to get out there in this world, get his name out. I would have loved to have Kwame represent. But they was over there trashing Kwame on Lipstick Alley, and they accusing him of being a scammer. So I don't know. I don't know Kwame personally, but he seemed to be genuine, and I wouldn't think, I would like to say, I would hope that he's not a scammer, that he is genuine and really here for the people. That's what I'm hoping. But the one good thing, that's why I say, when you ain't messy, God still bless you. When you ain't messy, God still bless you. So I had been looking for the P.O. box for Kwame Brown, and since they was doing such a heated investigation of him on Lipstick Alley, I was able to obtain that. Thank you very much. And we sure are going to use that P.O. box and send our promotional stuff to Kwame. And keep on reminding him we sent him something. And hope he opened it up on one of his shows. And put it on with his sexy self. Yes, he's my type. I'm tall. I'm 5'11". You know, when I put on shoes, that any pair of shoes, even gym shoes, gonna add 2 inches. So I'm a 6 foot Amazonian black woman who would love to get in a room and look up to a basketball player. Kwame looked like my first love. Can I get to that picture? Let me see if I can pull that picture up. See if y'all agree with me. Kwame looked like my first love. He said Lizzo. The only thing messed me up with Kwame. He said Lizzo was too big for him. I ain't like that. See, can I pull it up right quick? I hope so. Oh, now it's tripping out on me again. I think I gotta use a different browser. That be tripping me out high. That's another thing. I want to dedicate a whole nother video to talking about just how badly YouTube blackballs people. They censoring, and Kwame Brown too. He ain't no exception. They censoring his content. I tried to leave a comment on one of his videos multiple times, and the comment would disappear. So that's YouTube. That's YouTube censoring content. So yeah, when I type my website in on Google punishes me by making my website disappear. Tell you they be doing some dirty shit in the background. You'd be surprised how Google has dogged people out. So I really be surprised by people like yeah, I may not maybe better off not saying a name, but it is definitely some content creators that's putting out trash. And that's all they whole content is trash, calling another black person out their name, cursing for no particular reason. Dang, it's not letting me pull up. See, they blackballing me. I can't even pull up my website on my own phone. That's a dang on shame. That don't make no sense at all. Now, see, now that's upsetting to me. So I'm finna put a disclaimer in right now. I'm a bona fide certified card carrying member of the Illinois Department of Medical Cannabis. I'm finna self-medicate. I'm pissed off because they got my doggone Google Chrome got my website. Blackball. See, y'all don't know how down and dirty they be doing. Um, how you gonna blackball my website? So now anybody that type in that website ain't gonna get to it. I'm gonna see if it behave the same way on the PC. I had to change to Bing as a browser because Google on some bullshit. And if y'all don't think that they don't be deliberately destroying people, like that heifer Cynthia R tried to destroy me, YouTube, Google tried to destroy me too. There's something going on with my website. I'm mad about that. You still use Firefox? I tried to stick with Firefox, but it became so buggy. I had so many crashes with Firefox. It used to be my go-to browser because I was a techie, so that's what I seen the techies use. So that's what I use. And it served me well for years until it didn't. I'm trying to pull up the picture of my first love who looked like Kwame. See, I have it on my website where it's easy to find. My computer is hard to find pictures on my computer. That's a doggone shame. I got so much stuff. I accumulated so fast. Like I got tons of pictures of my grandbaby while she was here. I got to get them together. I want to pull them together and make little shorter videos instead of long live. I'm just doing the lives to accumulate that watch time. Cause YouTube a trip. No other website do that. You don't have to have 4,000 watch hours in order to do a live on the PC on Facebook. That's crazy to me that you got to do that for YouTube. Hey, Jewel, I seen you in Kwame Brown chat when I was in there. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I'm trying to pull up my first love. I don't know where it is. I don't know what I did with his picture. I got so many thousands of pictures. That's why when people be asking me, can you send me a picture? I'll be like, do you know how much work that really is when I'm exhausted? I don't want to look at the screen, the computer screen no more. I can't even find it. Let me try Google Photos. And that's a shame. Google Photos been tracking us all these years. I'm mad because I spent all these years taking all my photos and videos off my phone because I don't want it on the phone and put it on my computer. Only to find out Google been automatically backing up my photos without my permission. I was pissed to find out they got my photos all the way back to 2007. Like, I didn't know whether to be mad or sad. That is just that invasive. I'm doing all this over and above and beyond to make sure my media goes straight to my computer and not to a cloud. And there Google is just snatching them up every picture you take on their platform. It's evil. It's diabolical. If you really want to get down to it, get down to the real, actual, factual truth. It's diabolical. And all we can hope is that they don't use it for evil, but they have. Because you looking at a victim. I've been victimized by Google for years. If y'all look up invalid click activity, that's a scandal that they won't never clear up. And they dogged out YouTubers by the tens of thousands a month. Got rid of them, dumped them, because they bill became too high. Just like the Amistad, where you seen them throw the slaves overboard when they didn't have enough rations. When they got sued for that invalid click activity, they didn't want to pay that fine out of pocket. So the way they paid it back, they dumped the YouTubers. Tens of thousands of YouTubers got dumped and accused of invalid click activity. Some you can never prove your innocence because the first thing they do is snatch away your AdSense account. So you can't prove it. All they do is send you some letter and say, we suspect. And my letter literally says, at risk. Didn't actually say I did it. It said at risk. How do you determine an account is at risk before it happened? That just lets you know how much of bullshit it was. It was bullshit. I see now I'm gonna have to keep some scissors with me all the time. Yeah, it's a dang on shame. I wish I could find 10 more people who was harmed that way. We could go do a class action suit against their ass. Because there was one person who stood up against them for that invalid click activity and won in California. They actually won. They got an award. They was awarded $700. You can look it up. It's a real case. And they won. But then what did Google do? That man he was an accountant. And they accused him of the same thing, invalid click activity. Um, he ended up fighting them back and won, and got the $700 award. And he was able to achieve that because in small claims court, when you go to small claims court, a big corporation like Google can't bring in no big old high powered or fancy attorneys. Okay? And so he prevailed. He won. But then in the appeal process, Google could come back and get their attorney. So in the appeal process, they went back and got it appealed. And the accountant guy, he just left it alone. I guess he said all that time and energy, and they so cheap, they won't let him have the damn $700. And bring back attorneys to make it just impossible to fight against in the appeal process. So they dirty. Google is some low down dirty dogs. Google is what I feel destroy YouTube. YouTube was not always owned by Google. YouTube originally was a crowdfunded angel investing when they first were developed. And then Google bought them in 2000. I think Google bought them in 2005 or 6. 2000 something. And YouTube been going downhill ever since Google took it over. Yeah, they be selling out, and people like Five Babe and Tracy can get rich on garbage content, while anybody with positive content got to struggle or face the wrath or of being dogged out. I can't even type my website name in Google search. That's crazy. And people don't see that. That's the work you don't see. That's what I'm going to start pointing out on my channel. The stuff you don't see, the hidden stuff behind the channel, ain't nobody talking about. That's what I'm going to start exposing. That was the point and purpose of my channel when I opened it. I wanted to stop being invisible. I have several disabilities that you can't see. You can't see pain. You can't see anxiety. You can't see ADD. And I was like, Lord, why you keep giving me all this invisible stuff? So I came on here to stop being invisible and put some attention and draw light and attention to the problems. And y'all seen me, some of y'all was there, see me, the problems I went through. I couldn't even take my chair on a handicap bus. How crazy is that? People don't know the roadblocks and obstacles people got to deal with disabilities. And that was crazy. I'm so glad they waited until the end of my assignment to do me like that. Because I probably would have had to quit that job. We wouldn't have been able to afford no whole month of Ubers. I only had to pay for a few days of Ubers. I'm glad they waited. That was my last week anyway for the assignment. Other than that, they let me ride all month. How you gonna let me ride all month? That's how they gonna lose anyway. Even if the law wasn't on my side, which the law is on my side, and they took my side because They accepted my case and it moved forward. So it's an actual real case now in the Department of Human Rights because it's a civil rights violation. They discriminated against me and my chair. So I would hope they want to settle. But that's okay. They ain't got to settle because the law is on my side. When the bus company was busy bullying me and trying to make me feel like I'm stupid, telling me what a mobility device is. How you gonna tell me what a mobility device is? That's what was killing me. But I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I said, okay, y'all insist this ain't my chair. Yeah, this chair right here that I'm sitting on. This her. They want to tell me that's not my mobility device. That it got to be a wheelchair. They was trying to define for me what's a mobility device. You can't do that. The law dedicated a whole section to how you determine what a mobility device is. And guess what? The law completely leaves it up to the individual. Nobody can make that decision what a mobility device is for nobody. You can't tell me to get a wheelchair when I don't need a wheelchair. My mobility issue is getting up and down off a chair. If I sit on the floor or a chair that's too low, I need assistance. That's embarrassing. So I do not need no bus driver telling me what a mobility device is. So that's a that's an open and shut case for me. Dang. Look like I ain't gonna be able to find my picture of my baby that looked like Kwame Brown. Dang. Yeah, so it's an actual case now. They get so much time to respond. And yep, that's worth celebrating. hmm So I already said my disclaimer over here. This is a cannabis friendly channel. If you got kids or you have religious issues and take offense to self-medicating, this would be the time you need to leave. Yes. Um, I can't even get into my website. That is crazy. And Google is they are bullies. They are conglomerate and they will flex their muscle. I cannot believe. I cannot believe uh, I can no longer type my website in Google. It kicks me out. So I use Bing as a browser now. So don't think they don't be fucking with you. And I found out they do fuck with you because I was trying to type a comment in to Kwame Brown. That comment disappeared 3 times. I thought the first time was just a glitch. You know, maybe I hit the wrong button. Something. Mm-mm. I refreshed the screen, came back in, tried to comment again. Loop, comment disappeared. So they do that little fuck shit. And I be worried about, is positivity a casualty? I kind of think it is. Especially in the black community. I can't find it. It's taking too long. I wasted too much time trying to find that picture. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, but I had a Kwame looking first love. That's why I be looking at Kwame a little bit lustfully. There's a little bit lust going on there for me. When I see him on his website, I just want to hop on him and hunch him. He the right size. He can handle this big old Amazonian. But he said Lizzo too big for him. If Lizzo too big, I know I'm too big then. But I must say, Kwame, you need to meet me in person. Because see, what I got on Lizzo is height. I'm tall with it, okay? I'm tall with it, okay? And I think you gonna like, because I know you be liking that face. I think you gonna like what you see. I can't wait till you invite me to that mixer. You know I sent a letter. I sure put in my bid. I want to be at a mixer Kwame throwing. Mm-hmm. Because I just want to be in the presence of a 7-foot nigga. Because it's so rare. My kids didn't believe me, but I told them one time I was in the store. I told them that I speak to everybody who I come across that's taller than me. I actually say something to them, even if I don't know them. It's perfect. Well, I never know them. Be perfect strangers, and I just walk up to them when they taller than me. And my question is, I said, how many people you meet taller than you? And usually they say it's rare. It's rare. It's rare that especially women. If I meet another woman taller than me, I'ma stop and stare, cause that's very rare. And don't let me. I ain't gonna dare try to touch no heels. I ain't worn no heels since I was 16 years old. Uh, but yeah, I'll be looking at Kwame pretty much face to face. I won't be in his chest. 7-foot man dingo. I'm tall with it. 6 foot with it. I'm tall with the big plus size. Ah, man. I wanted y'all to see my Kwame Brown clone picture. I don't know, where is it? See, and that's another thing. People be asking me for pictures. When you got 10,000 pictures that say image 000123455, and you didn't stop the name every last one so it have a unique name, it ain't no joke trying to find no pictures. I'd be like, guess what? That's not how I want to spend my evening. If you don't mind. No, I don't want to look for a picture.
Hey, Nana.
Yes.
Are you out there? Yeah.
You know I ain't off.
Oh, man. I forgot.
That's why I told you didn't have to stay. You could have went home with your daddy.
Is that a spinning top?
What? No, it's not a spinning top. What you need, honey? What you want? What?
Oh, those suckers looks good. Looks fine.
You can have one.
Just melts my heart.
You just being nosy. That's what you doing, okay? Let's be
What?
clear. The gig is up.
Are these the red? Is it this the red one?
Dude,
Never
I don't
mind.
want to talk about
Just get out.
suckers. Get ready to build that tent with me tomorrow.
Okay.
I want to start. I want to start setting up my grow room in the back porch. Yeah. Speaking of which, what you gonna do with that go kart?
Can you
You
can
need to
you
take that in the basement.
what's the name?
That thing is a hazard in my back
Are we
porch.
going? Are we going? What's the name? Like, can we sleep in it? Like
The
in the
tent?
tent? Yeah.
No, it's not one of those camp. It's a grow tent to grow. We want to grow indoors.
I'm gonna put my mic up. Right.
He coming on at 9:15. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get ready because I want to be on his panel. I've been trying to get in on his panel. Bad. Because really, I really bring to the table everything he talking about. Not only am I one of those kids that was the free lunch, that's what made me come back to school. See, people don't know my whole story, cause I don't think my whole story is everybody's business. But when I see them dogging out Rita and her kids and calling the CPS on her, that shit get on my nerve. I don't care how bad she on there cursing you out and dogging you out. Calling CPS on somebody's kids is horrible. Cause if you ain't, you a fake ass bitch. Because if you ain't prepared to follow up on those kids and make sure they actually wind up in a good home placement, bitch, you fake as hell. You fake as hell. And I just think about my foster mother is dead. And I wish a bitch would call herself being mad because of something my foster mother said online. And she out there doxing and putting us in danger. Child, I got some goons in my family. Uh they would catch some cases. Straight goons. I personally put some hands around somebody's neck who would to dare threaten the good placement that I had in foster care. Me and my oldest sister, it was 7 of us, and me and my oldest sister were placed in a home together. Then I had 3 more under us, first 2, and then the last 2 got adopted out by their foster parents. But the ones in the middle kids in my family got bounced around. They didn't have a positive foster home experience. They were abused, got bounced around. The foster mother that cared for them, they really did actually love them, passed away. Once they passed away, they got bounced around. Why? Because it was 2 black boys. Little black boys are harder to place. hmm So they got the raw end of the deal. You don't put nobody's kids in foster care because you think the foster care system is going to save them. The foster care system got just as many issues. In some ways, they worse than what they getting with the parents. And much as I love my foster mother, if I really had the option to choose, and that's every last one of us, we still would have chose our mother. We would have chose to be able to stay with our mother, make it possible where we could stay with our mother. And even the kids that do go into foster care, believe me, all the contractual written stuff about them, the whole program is geared toward reuniting the kids with the family. That shit don't be permanent. It take a long time and in very extreme cases for it to be permanent placement. So you just a fake ass bitch. You on here calling people CPS on people because what they say on YouTube. It's a whole lot of goddamn nerve. Somebody you don't even know. And that's why I'm dedicating the rest of my life to training those foster kids, because what them bitches don't know and forget is those kids age out the system. So even if you get a good placement, which I had a good placement. I went to college. My foster mother passed away in my first year of college. And then I dropped out. So me dropping out caused me to be susceptible to homelessness. And foster children who age out of the system is the largest population of homeless people right now today, over and above drug addicts and mentally ill people. Okay!
Yeah, you're okay.
You a fake ass bitch calling CPS on somebody because some shit they said online. And I don't even know Rita. I don't even watch her. But I know of her and she in the streets. I think that's horrible. And then you come on here, then another popular content creator come on here dragging Rita's kids. This is the thing. If you're a woman, you're a grown ass woman, and you cannot find anything better to do with your time than to drag somebody's kids, baby. Let me introduce you to a book or two, some coding maybe, perhaps, soul or something, to take you on another path besides somebody's kids. One reason why you don't do that, the number one reason kids take their own life is cyberbullying, cyber harassment online. That's the number one. No matter how mad you at some adult, what did the kid do to you? That's crazy. Over words. Goddamn shame. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And the shame of it all is that people like me, if we speak out about it, ain't nobody gonna watch this video. Ain't nobody gonna like, share, subscribe, and get this message out. But 1,000 motherfuckers will be in the chat where a grown-ass woman is imitating the sounds of a child that possibly is mentally challenged or developmentally challenged. Because, see, people forget it's all kinds of disabilities. So if a person, you might come across a child who's going, you don't know what their intelligence level is. And I'll tell you a grown folk story about how you gotta have respect for everybody. Me, I ride on this short bus, the special bus. The short bus, yeah. It comes and pick me up at my front door and take me where I gotta go. But on this one particular day, I was going through it. My lights was off. It was cold. Dead in the winter. And I had to fight to get food stamps because I allowed my sister to take care of my child. Thank God I had a sister like I do. We already knew what good foster care looked like. And I was very honored to be able to have my sister be my foster mother. If the system was like that when my mother was coming up, where the relatives could actually become the foster parents, we could have stayed with our mother. But everything happened for a reason because I love my foster mother and what I have special that I didn't know it at the time because I thought I was so different. I used to be ashamed to be say I was a foster child. Not no more. I was blessed to have two mothers that love me. Two, two of them. Well, I know people who got one that dogs them out. One parent that dogs them out so bad, real parent. And emotional scars is way deeper than physical scars. They way deeper. Um, yeah, I was blessed. I had two mothers that loved me. That's a blessing. That's crazy, but you know, YouTube wasn't like that. I don't know, maybe I just missed that part. If it was like that when I first came on, I just never heard of no content creator dogging out another content creator, and that's their content that they get paid for. Like, it's one thing to have that kind of content, but then you actually get paid for it. See, that's what that kind of shit gonna make YouTube go in the toilet straight. Dookie. And Facebook laying back, Facebook and Instagram laying right back in the cut, snatching up all the folks who got fed up with YouTube. You don't need no 1,000 hours, 4,000 watch hours to make a live video on Instagram. You don't need no. And me, if you really own your own website, so I'ma always be for ownership. When you own your website, you can get paid for your videos on the first day, the first hour, like I did. Yep, YouTube blocking out my website. I can't believe it. I done had to restart my whole computer. Yeah, YouTube lost their mind. They lost sight of the game. They suffering from corporate mentality. They forgot what the real YouTube was all about. The real YouTube, when it first started out, was all about you being you. You having a platform and just people coming on your channel and you just being your own self, nothing else, no character, no marketing genius, no videographer. You could just get on with your cheap webcam and talk. And it blew up. But Google bought them out, and Google uh, invested $1 billion in YouTube. And they've been having a very hard time breaking even. The reason why YouTube started making money at all is music. Back in, I'm going to say like 2011, the number one reason why people was coming to YouTube wasn't even for videos, it was for music. Yep, them was the only people getting paid for videos on YouTube. Wasn't nobody else getting paid for videos. And now the money that YouTube done spit out on garbage, I know they regret that. I know they regret how many pieces of trash slipped through and made big bucks off of trash content off of YouTube. That's why they implemented that 4,000 watch hour. They trying to cut the losses. I say it's too late because they got plenty of competition now. Yep, including little old me. If my computer ever come back on, I'll show you the stats on my little bitty website that only got 156 people on it. And my videos got over 11,000 views. Without no advertising, no marketing. It's all organic. I wanted to find out what the real stats are. Because I ain't had no real numbers on my videos on YouTube in a long time. In a long time. They've been hating on me so long, it's a shame. And like, probably the only way for me to get up from under the oppression is to let go of this channel. Start all over. But I'm too old. I'm an old bag. I'm too tired to be starting all over. I need to quit that because God done made me have to start over multiple times when I didn't want to, but it was for the better. It was for the better. You better believe it. It was traumatic to lose all my stuff. That's why I want a tiny house and I never want to move a bunch of shit nowhere ever again. The next time I move anywhere, the only thing that's going to be going is some of my clothes, because unfortunately you ain't guaranteed to find no new clothes if you're a big girl. So you got to hang on to something. But it ain't going to be nothing but me and that computer. Okay? That computer and some clothes. I ain't carrying no bunch of shit nowhere. Never ever again. I've been traumatized on moving. Even moving here was a traumatic event. It turned out for the best, but honey, it was some trauma involved. And I can't say that I've been completely recovered from it. There's still some healing need to happen because it was a traumatic thing. It was a traumatic thing because yeah, I had moved to this town. I ain't gonna tell y'all the whole story because you know the most dramatic part of the story occurred at the hands of my own flesh and blood. My loved ones, that which I was a vessel of life for. Yeah, leave that back. Like, I ain't got not one piece of furniture in here that, well, of course that is, you know she going. Okay. We got to give her a name. Nina. Nina. Yes, Nina. She will be going. She'll be going. Nina, my computer, and a few clothes. True business and no business. The work you don't see. Now, what I'm ashamed of, and I'm admitting this publicly, my son put his trust in me to create a website for him. The problem has been I have not figured out how to work it. What you want? I hear you calling me. It's not a whisper. You said add some mint. What about mint?
Mint ice cream.
Mint ice cream?
Yeah.
Yup, that don't sound good to me.
It does it. That's my favorite ice cream.
I love me some mint though.
What about mint chocolate ice
See,
cream?
I got chocolate mint out there.
You make chocolate mint?
Kwame is on now. Dang, his time is different than mine. It's only 8:30 here.
Do you make chocolate mint ice cream?
Huh?
Do we make chocolate mint ice cream? We make chocolate ice cream.
That sounds disgusting to me.
If you would taste it, it's good. It's my favorite.
I don't like mint ice cream. I like mint and mango salsa. I'm gonna check Kwame out and get into this mango salsa that I've been putting off. never getting around to it. I'm gonna get into that mango sauce. Because I don't want that to go bad. Especially with all that fresh mint. Matter of fact, I need to check on that mint. I hope my mint ain't go bad in here. What is this? This pancake mix, man. You can throw this out. This ain't work either. This is a accident waiting to happen. Braylon, here, throw this pancake mix out. Here.
Throw it out.
Yeah, right here in the sink. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of mangoes I was trying to save and rescue because I went out of town. So I succeeded in that. I saved my mangoes. I just cut the bad parts off and kept it pushing. All the mints that I picked, they still in there fresh. That's gonna go in my mango salsa. Yes, Lord. Oh, what was said? Somebody said something. Ray J have another tape of Kim Kardashian? No. For real? Wow. I ain't surprised. West White. Carcino on now. Okay, y'all. I'm finna get up out this video. I do want to check out Kwame. If nothing else, I want to pull up my Kwame clone. My first love. I might be back on. I'm not sure. My main thing, I wanted to do that tour and do a little update. To do that tour and do a little update. I want to buy a composter for indoors because I ain't going to want to go out there in the wintertime composting nothing. Anyway, y'all. Yeah, I got to rearrange all this stuff. And plus, I want to come in on my laptop instead of the phone. Because I want a hands-free situation. And place the phone over this mango salsa. I can't do that when I gotta hold the camera too. And I ain't got no cameraman. It's all me. I'm a one-woman show. I do it all. Ain't nobody helping me with nothing. No intros, no edits. I appreciate all the super chats for my birthday. Definitely made it a happy birthday. And I do got some more birthday footage because my son treated me to some more crab legs. Oh, yes. I put my foot in that. Anyway, y'all. I'm finna get up out this video. Alright, y'all. Peace and love. I'll see you again in the next one.